on, guys? Welcome back to the Just Work podcast. We will add this to Strength Theories Part 2.
Okay, yeah.
Well, Strength Theories is just going to continue on, I guess. I have fired Richard. I'm just playing. He's behind the camera. Got him this time. He's done.
That's crazy.
We had team cuts. He didn't make the team, you know, like it's like freshman football. You're just not big enough, Richard.
That's fucking crazy. Go fucking write the program.
Basically, for this episode of Strength Theories, we're going to go over me and Richard's programming. It's a lot of it's conjugate style training right now. Richard was going to go buy nice programming, and I told him he could become my bitch for free. That's how I did that. So we're going to go over how we're going to do our week 3. This was week 2. And then Richard's just going to stand behind the camera and kind of give us, like, why would you do that kind of deal. Safe suggestion, if your coach can't tell you why something's in there, it might suck.
Yeah, basically. Honestly. So this is not only to help you guys and inform you guys.
Find out if your coach is trash.
It's also, we're testing Charles' knowledge here, too.
So I mean, if I fuck up, I'm trash.
So we're holding him accountable here.
That's why I put myself in this position here, which is okay.
Yeah.
So this is the handy dandy whiteboard. If you don't own a whiteboard, go buy one. It's the best interest of my life right here. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go day 1. Richard, what is our constant variable in this program?
Oh, our solid 6x6 right there.
Our solid 6x6 is our constant variable program. Now, why the 6x6 is the first day? So while it's conjugate, that means most days are going to be max effort type training in a 3-week wave, essentially. So the 6x6 is on day 1, which is going to be on Monday, because that is 3 days away from day 3, which is on Thursday, because Wednesday is a rest day. So we get 72 hours to recover from our 6x6, which is just basically to build fundamental strength. I want to build a good enough hypertrophy base for us so we can projectile our bench. But we have to manage fatigue.
What's hypertrophy?
What's hypertrophy? Oh my God. I should just dumb this shit down. There's no reason to be using fancy words. Powerlifting is... It's not even that fancy. I don't know why everyone wants to make it all sound. The eccentric and the decentric portion of the motion. I sound like quack, like what that old guy from the guy. That's what I sound like. Basically, I'll dumb it down. Not really, basically. Hypertrophy is just building muscles, basically. How much fatigue you can build in the muscle. You're just breaking it down. That's what you do. A lot of reps with a decent amount of weight, you're creating hypertrophy. It's just a breakdown of the muscle, essentially. So we have bench press, as usual, a 6x6. And then right here, over here, you see that it's a C and an R. That's because me and Richard are like the RC cars.
RC Cola.
Yeah.
They didn't make those anymore?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I'm not sure. But basically, that's just because Richard has an ongoing shoulder issue, and he will be going to PT when?
In 2 weeks, actually.
In 2 weeks. And then I'm going to find out if this guy's retarded or he's not.
Oh, no. You know what's the greatest thing? I came in there panicking, right? And I was like, can you please help me and fix me? And they're like, wait, what's wrong? I was like, I'm a power lifter, right? They just started laughing, bro. And they were just like, all right, we got you.
Damn,
2 weeks. No, they're pretty cool off this, by the way.
We will see what happens. And then once Richard gets his, like, what he's going through. So PT in a sense of what I know and what most people. So when you get a kinesiology degree, I think most of you guys should go into, I'm just talking shit now, but I think most of you guys should go into PT anyways, or something around related of recovery, because as much as training's fun, if you don't love training people, there's no money in training people. Sorry. Is that true, Richard?
I mean,
it's decent.
It's
decent, but you'll do a lot more for people by fixing them.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, it depends on your clientele. I mean, we can. That's a whole separate podcast.
Especially because you don't need a kinesiology degree to be any type of teacher or coach.
Oh, 100%. There's massive trainers.
Kinesiology allows you to know muscle groups, know fundamental motion, know ligaments, know everything about that scientific aspect of moving around.
Yeah, and use that to your advantage.
That will work an advantage to help someone who is injured. Like Squat University. What's that guy's name?
Oh,
Aaron.
What's his last name? I forgot his last name. But Aaron, he's super knowledgeable though.
But
he knows his shit.
He's great.
Yeah.
So what I got is close grip bench 6x6. And what Richard has, as usual, is a football bar bench press.
So, Charles, why am I using a football bar?
Because your triceps or your shoulder is fucked up. That's why.
Right.
And your football bar has a neutral grip, which allows you to be able to put your shoulder in a much safer position. So, like, I don't like how overhead shoulder press puts you in a pronated area. I believe that's the word. I don't fucking know. Where your hands are pointed. Knowledge. where your hands are pointing like to the sky. I'd rather you have a neutral grip so that way you press through. Your shoulders just work a lot better like this, not like this. This is like when you bench press, it's very dangerous. I think it's just empowering because they're like, bro, we're not getting rid of the bro lift.
Yeah.
There's no way we're getting rid of the bro lift. I think that's why they did it. But it puts Richard in a very neutral position, which takes a lot of strain off of his shoulder. Wouldn't you say, Richard?
Oh, 100%. No, it's night and day. Like, the fact that I'm able to do a 6x6 at like 185 or so, which is insane. Because before, if I did 185 with just a straight bar, my shoulder would be cooked by like Thursday.
Yeah.
You know, it's
that
done.
shoulder's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
So, now we're going to go with tricep. Basically, what you'll see here is a staple of 5 exercises for everyday things. Keep it simple is how I do it. Basically, we're just going to pick 5, and as we get further along the program, we'll drop that down to 3. 3 of the most important ones, not some bullshit. So that's the way we do it, or I do it, I guess. So we're going to have tricep rollbacks pauses. So what's that entitled? And we're going to have 50 of them. Basically, a tricep rollback is a dumbbell that you're holding right here, and you're bringing it back, and you're letting a good stretch happen within this tricep, and then you're just flexing it back through. So, I mean, I'm not going to
we're not going to demo.
I can forearm curls.
No, we're not going to demo this. Yeah.
But basically, we're doing tricep rollbacks pauses. So we get a nice stretch in the tricep, and then we connect through. We are lightening the volume load. We were only doing 50 instead of 100 last week, but that means we're going to up the weight a little bit. But if Richard has a problem with his shoulder, we are going to go back to 100 reps for him. So that way he can avoid, the way I'm working around Richard's shoulder is I still need volume to be done within the tricep, but not at the sacrifice of his shoulder getting more injured. So lighten the load. If Richard has to do 2.5 pounds, that's what we're going to do. But that's not going to cause him much strain as if I put Richard on, 40 pounds? Oh, fuck. Yeah, just blow that thing up. Yeah. I could destroy Richard's shoulder, in a week, easily. Yeah. No problem. It wouldn't even faze me. Then we're going to go tricep extensions, as usual. This time we're going to go with a band. Last time we did, a rope, right?
Yeah.
A band, we are going to bump it up to 200.
I'll be honest, bro. I actually did extra work that day, so I did 100. I did 100 banded, and I did 100 extensions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna go with face pulls, or we're gonna go with a rope. Is what we'll write down. Or we're gonna do 50.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna go with obviously standing abs, and we didn't have an actual thing, but I think we did 100, and we're gonna do 100 shoulder lateral raises.
Fuck me, those are pain in the asses. So what's the theory behind all this? Watch the phone. What's this theory behind all this crazy amount of volume? Because a lot of people usually throw in rep schemes 3x10s, 4x10s, XYZ. Your ass is writing 100 to 250. What's your reasoning and thought process behind all this?
The tricep rollbacks. My idea is I'm trying to accumulate fatigue in the actual motion. So if I do a 3x10, that would allow you to go up in weight. I'd rather you just pick a weight that's more optimal that you can do a set at 15 to 18 with, and then do 2 sets of that. It says 50 reps. Your set scheme is up to you.
Mm-hmm.
That way there's preference. So if you really knock it out of the park on that 6x6, what you're not supposed to, don't, then you could push it a little bit more on your accessories, the back end of your workout. But if you don't, it just all depends on how the first movement went and if we're feeling it or not. I'm judging everything based off the day because I want something we can recover from. So by putting 50 reps, that could be 50 heavy ass reps or it could be 50 really light reps. It just really depends on how you're feeling the day. Our tricep band extension, that does more to do with building soft tissue work, the ligament in the elbow, than it does the actual tricep. You're gonna get a pump out of it, but it's gonna do more for the soft tissue work in that actual ligament right there. Because it's just gradual resistance, it's not actual weight. Your Facepulls rope, build a bigger back. I just want our traps to be a bit more pumped up. That's the idea there. Our standing, I didn't even put abs, bro. Standing abs is just a staple for core. That's something that's gonna be in there all the time. And shoulder lateral raises. This fool's hurt and my shoulders are lagging, so that's why shoulders in. Now, these 5 exercises depending on what's lagging. So if my shoulder, like if I had more of a shoulder problem and my shoulders were lagging in the actual bench press, I'd add another shoulder movement instead of 2 tricep. But both of us are lagging in the tricep area. So we do 2 staple tricep movements, 1 for back because that's part of bench, and then 1 for abs, core, and the other one's just for shoulders. That's stability work, just so Sir Rich over there can be safe. Now we go into day 2. We were fearful that would happen.
Did it crack?
No, it just fell flat on its thing. It's still recording though.
All right, cool. All right, just
keep it down.
Yeah, just keep it down there. Or you just pull out of the charger. Just pull out of the charger.
Well, no, I don't want it to fall again. That's it'll read me fine.
All right, fair enough.
Day 2. Day 2 is our squat day. We are still squatting on a box. We'll probably get off the box on our 5th week. We are gonna do my program. Basically, I have a lot of gain that I did from this whole year's worth of program, where I took basically a whole week off. Essentially, there was like 3 days of work. It's a deload every 5 weeks. That lets your body recover if you have any nagging injuries. The thing I see is a lot of times you push it, and you're just pushing your injuries off and off and off until they really get fucked up. Like if your shoulder's nagging in week 1, you just keep pushing that forever, you're gonna get fucked. So I'd rather just take a week down, do dynamic work, get real fast, and get real technical, and that's what I'll focus on for that week. So that's what we'll do on our 5th week, and then I think I'll probably bring in a no box squat later into the next month, basically. So like maybe week 9, week 10 is where you're gonna see a no box squat. But for this time, we're going boxes. And we are going to 3-week waves. So bench over here is going to be at 75 again. Mm-hmm. Because we're going close grip. But just basically remember what you did last time, maybe add 5 pounds.
Yep.
However that works. I don't know if that's going to add extra percentages. But percentages are a lot different. Know that, because me and Richard's percentages are a lot different. If I add 5 pounds to mine, it's going to be way less of a percentage than it's going to be for Richard. So you have to know about those types of deals. Our box squat is going to go to 80% this week, and we're still going to push the 9 times, or we did 6x3. We're going to push 9 times 3 this week. We're going to up the volume that, and then we're going to back down on our accessories because we pushed more volume.
Are we doing banded this time too?
You were supposed to do banded.
I
messed up and didn't tell you.
So
and then there's a lot of good things to just do with safety the first time without the band. So it's okay that you did that.
Yeah, that was kind of good. Yeah.
Last time I had to do regular because I was here, but I will probably be going to a safety. And then Richard will go to a safety with me, but with bands now.
Spicing it up.
And then I'll tell him to put the fucking box load. Last time you fucking fooled me, dude. He sends me videos and I'm like, why the hell are you so?
Hey, I made it up, bro. I did a 3x6 to make up for it.
I didn't want you to do either. I was like, don't do that. We're going to reverse hypers and we're going to go do 50, but we're going to up the weight.
Yep.
You better be ready for that.
Yeah. We'll slap on 20s instead of 10s this time.
Times 10. Your max squat.
So can you explain that a little bit? How you kind of came up with those numbers?
That's Louis' philosophy is basically your reverse hyper strength development should be what 10 times your squat is. So as your squat grows up, your reverse hyper ability to do more should go up. So if whatever we do that day, so say I have a box squat 80% with bands. Now this is all real rough and out in the air because who really knows what's on these bands? So I'm going to calculate the actual weight. So if I do 400 pounds or 400 pounds times 10, that means I have 4,000 pounds of reverse hypers to do. and I can divide that up into however I do it. So if I do 100 pounds in the reverse hyper, I would have to do 40 reps to equivalent to 4,000 pounds on the squat. That's what we're doing basically. So I have 50 because ratio wise, I'll probably do 75 and then make it up, whatever the difference is. So reverse hypers is the second thing after that. Then we're gonna go hamstring curls as usual. But this one we're gonna do the laying down one.
Oh fuck, I hate that one.
And we're gonna times 100 on that. No good mornings this time. Then we are gonna go lunges for 100, which is gonna be killer. And then we hit hard on the erectors last time, so we're gonna go quad extensions.
Nice.
Why, Richard? Because I'm switching around what we did. So if I hit hamstrings last week, let's hit some quad. Now, I would go to the far as saying we'll do hamstrings for 2 weeks, which we did, and then go back to the quads. Your hamstrings should be bigger than your quads. Your quads fucking, they're worthless piece of shit. That's fine.
It's just all hamstring, no quads, huh?
Yeah. Do 100 there, probably pretty light. Not real heavy, just trying to get a pump there.
Yeah.
And then number 5, we're going back to, let's go planks. We're not going to do standing abs, we're going to do planks this time.
All right.
We'll go 1 minute times 3.
All right.
And planks are, I think they're believed to be an isometric, right?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Symmetric statical.
Bench, we are moving it down to a 6x3. And then we are going CR. You are going to go some form of a board. Press to avoid your shoulder 4 inches. With bam. And I am going to do
So why are we doing 6x3 this week? And then, because last week was a 9x3, right? So why are we doing 6x3?
I'm changing around the volume. So I don't want us to adapt to the actual accumulation of volume. I want it to always be fluctuating. So if we do, I mean, this is just rough numbers. We do 4,800 pounds of or 48,000 pounds during training total. And then the next week is 54,000. And then the next week is 50,000. I'm not saying on a consistent basis. That way my body doesn't have time to just that's how much load we're doing. So we're going to get better at that. Your body's going to, it's prolonging the fact that we won't adapt to it quicker. Now, eventually you'll adapt to whatever you're doing because that's how the body works, but I'm prolonging that factor. That way we can push volume some weeks, take it down on others. But as we move closer to the ends of the 4 weeks, we're pushing a 70, 75, 80, 85% mark on the max effort work. Then we are going to drop a little bit of the volume total load as it goes higher on, and then we drop it off completely on the 5th week, and then we pick it back up again on the next 2. So always in a fluctuation of volume. It's not like an 8-week program where it's real high, and the volume is real low at the end there, and that's 8 weeks of that. So there's 4 straight weeks of the volume being really low. So that's not essentially what I'm trying to hit here. I'm trying to be in a constant wave of that. So, and I'm going regular grip floor press, 6x3, and it's supposed to be at 88%. Then for day 3, it's normally our back work day. 2 points to your bench press. One's going to be back, it's a big part of it. The other's going to be your triceps. So we hammer triceps out on Monday, and then we do more back work on Thursday. So last time we did T-bar rows, which were very nice. I really did like those. I love those. Now we're going to be dumbbell rows.
Those are also good.
For 100, and we're going to do 100. And then we are going to do lat pull downs again. I'm a big believer in lat pull downs. Your power comes out of those, but we're only going to do 50. We're going to up the weight on those. Dumbbell rows I'm keeping pretty light because I feel, at least for me, going real heavy on dumbbell rows doesn't really get any activation. A back's a big part of I think you need a lot more hypertrophy in back than just fucking flying through it, because you need to be able to feel what's going on.
Agreed.
It's very easy to feel your pecs and everything in the front working because you can fucking see it in the mirror. I find that my back is the hardest to hit because I can't see. I have to feel what's happening, and that's where that goes along. So if I have light weights, I can control those contractions. I'll get more out of that than just pumping out them hundreds.
Right, because now it turns into a full body movement.
Yeah, then I just throwing all these other muscle groups involved, and then I'm really taking away from what I want to hit, which is my lats and my traps and my what a rhomboid did this. I knew next we are going. We'll probably go 200 banded face pulls again. And then we will do what we did today. More for you.
Mm-hmm.
This one, it's called banded bench for 100. If you have a rack or any ability to do a rack and you have 2 reds, bands, anything like that, you could put the pins up higher, put the bands on, put it onto a bar, like a reverse squat bands, a reverse bench bands basically. But instead of putting weight on to make it easier to move, we're just pulling the bar into us, so I emulate a row in the exact position that I need to be powerful in.
Mm-hmm.
It's convenient as shit. We did them today as a tryout fear experience on our dynamic work. Next, for number 5, we are going to do, we'll probably do roped tricep extensions. I like to do some form of triceps on a bench day. I mean, they're a big part of the motion. So, I'm probably like spelling shit wrong and shit too.
Well, hopefully they just listen to the audio, not the video, or watch the video.
Yeah,
but
just listen to the audio.
Another thing too that I'm seeing too, I guess for the viewers, right? You know, you have the difference between rope. You're making a huge distinction between rope and band. Why is that?
So the rope is actually hitting more of the muscle, and the band's gonna hit more of that soft tissue work. So the ligament health. I'm working on 2 different things. When I put 200 roped tricep extensions, I'm working on that elbow. I'm trying to make sure that stays nice and healthy. But if I do tricep extension with the rope, I'm gonna add weight. So then I increase the total workload volume. There's not much workload volume on a resistance band, essentially. So I'm hitting triceps, not the ligament today. Or, ligament, kinda, I think. I don't know, I might have forgot. Basically, that's what I'm doing. But why is everything so heavy? So I already explained the back. I'm big on hypertrophy and like actual contractions. So I found that I got this size more because I lifted on the after part of my workouts lighter weights for a lot of reps instead of big weights for few reps. Now I believe both are necessary, but in my theory, if I'm already pushing big ass weights in the movement I'm supposed to be pushing in, why go ahead and add more stress to the actual joints in the body for health when I don't need to? I can get the same thing out of it. I mean, the same theory I brought up last time in this podcast, Strength Theories #1. Go check it out, man. Jay and Ronnie is 2 different bodybuilders. One went hella heavy, and now he's fucked up. One really light. They both are huge, and one beat each other, and they went back and forth and beat each other. You can get big. It needs to be some sort of resistance. It doesn't matter the load. Load has less to do. I mean, Ronnie was thicker, but you also can identify that with genetics. It's up to you. Mm-hmm. I just think Ronnie should have been thick to begin with. We're also going to add 6 for that day standing abs. We're only going to do that for 50, and that's going to be roped. Why we're doing that is because I'm putting a little bit of tightness on us for deadlift day. Mm-hmm. I find if you can accumulate some sort of fatigue in what you're going to use tomorrow, basically if I were to squat tomorrow, I'd do some like good mornings and maybe some hamstring curls tonight, and then tomorrow that muscle remembers I already got blood in it recently. That way I'm not real loose when I go do things. Real loose is pretty dangerous. I just kind of picked this up once I did it once, and I was like, that works pretty good for me. So for most people, I see it works for them too. Just instead of spending 80 hours stretching over there in the corner. That's pretty boring to me. I don't know about you. I mean, I don't even stretch like that. That's crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen you stretch actually, or do any mobility. I mean, I see you like do some mobility work, like some what is it, dynamic warm up stuff.
Do you guys want to know how to get flexible? Go wrestle and have someone crank your limbs to pass where they're supposed to be, and you will get flexible. End of story, man. That's how it is. Why I believe I don't have shoulder issues? Because I would never let anybody pin me, damn it. Now, if you don't wrestle, you don't even know what I'm talking about.
No, yeah. Dude. Actually, that's how I tore my rotator, because some kid put me in a power half, and I didn't want to give up. Like, I didn't want to roll over, and he cranked it up way
I was
too
able
high.
to, like, let my shoulder flare. Yeah. Like, I would let it go away.
Yeah.
I would just give up on it.
But the ref let the guy crank, because you know, like, you crank a power half too high, they're supposed to call it.
Yeah, except when I'm blocking it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I put my body over the asses, man. That's why. Deadlifts. As far as me and Rich have been concerned, we do not meet. Deadlifts is one of the lifts where you can jump up to the weight you want to do very quick. You don't need much more. Like, if you do a solid warm-up for deadlifts, you get there a bit quicker. So, I'd rather stay out of the compromised position and go do 5 sets of 3, or we'll do 6 sets of 3 for deadlifts, and then we will go hit what needs to be addressed afterwards on the back end of the workout. So we have a 6x3, and last week we went on a 2-inch block. This week we're going to go on a 2-inch deficit. We're still going to pull conventional, and we will go against bands again.
Fuck her.
Yeah, well, you're waiting for that sumo shit, aren't you?
Oh, shit.
So, we haven't hit good mornings this week yet, so we have good mornings.
And reverse hypers.
And reverse hypers. Look at Richard, he knows. Why are we hitting the same muscle group all the time? Well, me and Richard both have weak ass hamstrings and glutes. I'm fucking sorry, and erectors. So we had to hit those. That's how it's gonna go. If we had weak quads, we might hit quads, and
we don't have weak quads.
And normal people don't have weak quads. I guess you come out with good quads. That's how it works, man. So what are we doing on good morning? We're gonna go 50. We're gonna go 50. Why did I drop the load? Because today I was still pretty beat up, and I am very optimal for the idea that I need to be able to recover from shit. Yeah. So we were dropping the workload on Thursday, which I felt was going to happen. We started on week 1, and I felt a little bit fatigued going into Saturday, but not too bad. But this week definitely took a bigger hit because the percentage went up on squats and the percentage went up on deadlifts. So then I'm a bit more in a compromised position. So drop the workload down on Saturday. Eventually, we will be rotating Saturday out.
Oh, nice.
Just for extra rest is the idea here. Let's clarify. This is a building program. We're not peaking for shit.
Yeah.
Like, I am trying to accumulate fatigue, rest and recover, eat, get bigger. That is my idea here. That is what we're going for. We're not prepping for no fucking meat. So
we ain't competing.
Like, you can't sustain this.
Oh, no.
No, you need to chill out. No, I don't. Damn it. But constantly I'm asking questions to Rich, like, are you okay today? Like, we need to know if we can recover, because if we can't, we have to drop the work capacity down again and be able to acclimate to it. That's how it's going to go. That's a big thing I learned. A lot of these, so I put 100. If I knew that I'm getting pretty beat up on the week 1, I cut a lot of things. I was like, nope, we're not doing that. Right now, this first month, we're going to get acclimated to a fuck ton of volume. Our workload is going to be very big. So that way, carrying into the next months, once we get those down weeks, we're going to be very used to the idea of the volume, the workload, and we won't get too taxed. That's the main purpose behind it. But when I noticed that we're going to be beat up, cut it. That's what, I mean, and that's what coaching should be. Like, you shouldn't be blowing yourself out of the water. You need something you recover from. If you can't recover, you just waste the workout, basically. Now, you could just eat more. But it's expensive.
It is.
Damn it. We did abs yesterday, but we probably will go T-bar rows since we missed that.
Those are nice.
We're only going 50, and that's it. It's going to be a short workout. Why? I thought you said there were supposed to be 5 exercises. I fucking told you that were fucked up. Damn it. Did you hear that part?
Fatigue management, very key, very key.
Day 5 is a dynamic day.
So what's a dynamic day, Charles?
Dynamic day is a day you should be working on speed, force, velocity, whatever the fuck you want to call that.
Mm-hmm.
Velocity. You're working on speed and also technique. You want to be as fast as you can, but as technical as you can. You don't want to be going balls out to the wall and your technique look like shit, because you might even remember that and you're fucked now. If you want to be strong, you better be able to move a bar fast. But a weak person cannot move fast. So first you need to be strong, then you need to be fast. That's how it works. Sorry. I did not want to do 2 dynamic days and split it, so I've been trying to do a 3-day thing, which today we did not do bench because I was beat up again. So what I'm going to do is start rotating one exercise out all the time. How I'm going to catch up is on my down week, on 5th week, there's 3 dynamic days. I'm only focusing on speed on all 3 of those days and just workload. So I'm catching up on dynamic and technique on that week, and then I'm able to rotate one out. So this week we're going to take out squats, because squats is going to be on the Monday or the Tuesday. But last week I noticed it carried through. Like, I did squats and we went too fucking heavy. This week we chilled out because we were beat up.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
actually, Tuesday I went kind of heavy. I felt that shit coming in.
No. Like today, I'm talking about today for our speed work. We toned it down because it caught up to us. So that means we're going to do deadlifts and bench. That is what we're doing. And now deadlifts, the best spot. Oh, fucking shit, man! I can't speak English today. Du bist ein Deutsch. There you go. So we're gonna do speed down. So we're gonna do speed bench. So 5 times 5 deadlift, bands, and we're going to do a 10 times 2 bench. And then we are going to do, I really like the pull-ups today. What about you?
I fucking loved them.
I'll give you a chance to beat me at pull-ups. Because I whooped your ass. Pull-ups, we're going to do 50 again. Whoever can get 50 done fastest wins the race.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get you a candy bar or something.
A high chew.
Yeah, a high chew, man. Well, I was eating those already, so what the hell. And then we will do planks.
Good.
That is week 3, guys. If you want me to go over it real quick, Monday is a 6x6. We are not building any sort of prep here, so we do not need to be peaked for strength, so I can fuck up my body. That's the idea here. But at the off chance, I need to recover. So the 6x6 on Monday is the day we're going to hammer out the triceps, and we're going to get, I am working on my close grip, and Richard is working on his football grip. We just need overall bench development there. My squat day, 80% max effort with bands. That's what we're going with. Reverse hypers. We're getting the whole posterior, however the fuck you want to say that word, because I hear people say it 2 different ways all the time, and I'm very concerned with how the hell they said it. And then we are going to hit abs, basically. Our bench day is going to be an 80% floor press, and then he's going on a 4-inch board so I can avoid that shoulder injury. And then we're going to bang out back. Our deadlift day, the volume got pushed down because we could not recover from it, so we need to push it down so we can. And our dynamic day got pushed down as well because we were beat up as fuck, and I'm trying to get us back on track.
All right, that's pretty solid. I don't know.
Questions?
That's pretty straightforward for me, man.
Sunday school, motherfuckers.
We're just gonna end it right there.
If you want to, I don't mind. No, it's fine. Thank you for tuning in to Strength Theories Part 2. Trend hard!
Oh my God.
And train hard, all right? Get out of here. Peace, bro.